Did you know this? 70% of high-potential individuals admit they secretly sabotage their own success, not because they don't want it, but because fear, doubt, or old wounds whisper louder. You're here right now for a reason. Maybe you found this at a moment of desperation. Maybe you clicked when your heart was heavy, when the weight of your day or years had you doubting whether you can go on. I want you to hear me. You're not alone, and you are exactly in the spot you need to be for the seeds of change to take root.
Timeless, timeless, timeless.
I'm glad you're here. I'm speaking today not from a pedestal, but from a place of lived experience, someone who has walked valleys, stumbled, reset, and learned to climb again. What I share with you today is not theory. It's the map I used to find my footing when the ground beneath me felt like shifting sand. Here's what we'll cover in our time together: why we sabotage ourselves, the hidden patterns that undermine our best intentions, a story of someone I mentored caught in a self-sabotage cycle. You'll want to hear this one to the end. One tangible mental action step you can take right now, little by little. How this is truly a life reboot. Your opportunity for clarity, alignment, and impact. If at any point this talk gives you something you can use, or if you feel this could help someone else in darkness, please consider subscribing so you won't miss what comes next. And if you know someone hurting in silence, pass this video on to them. We all have dreams, desires, callings, things the heart is made for. But often, something deeper fights in us. Fear masked as procrastination. Perfectionism resting on a fragile self-image. Negative self-talk that echoes the worst voices we've ever heard. You might push off what matters, hold yourself to an impossible standard, or act out impulsively when pain flares up. These are classic ways we sabotage. Procrastination, be waiting for the perfect moment. Perfectionism, if it's not flawless, don't start. Impulsivity or emotional reactivity. Negative core beliefs. I'm not enough, I'll always fail. Hidden fear of success. What if I achieve and then lose it all? These patterns are not your fault. Many begin in childhood wounds, repeated voices, or trauma. But they do not have to become your master. Let me tell you about Maya, not her real name. She was brilliant, creative, loving, but caught in a relentless cycle. When tension or conflict came in her relationships, instead of facing it, she'd sever the connection. She'd walk away, convinced the other was wholly at fault. After some healing distance, she'd look back, analyze, feel regret. Yet instead of learning, she'd blame the other again. During a particularly intense season of depression and exhaustion, she buzzed off nearly all her hair in a moment of emotional impulse. The next morning, she hated it, literally looked in the mirror, feeling she'd sabotaged herself again, filled with remorse. She came to me ashamed, regretful, asking, "Why do I keep doing this?" Together, we walked through discernment, identifying the triggers such as fear of abandonment, inner emptiness, low self-worth. Then she trained to ask herself questions. Is this urge serving me or destroying me? What very small step can I take instead of wiping everything out? And finally, reset and realignment. When she slipped, we didn't shame. We asked, what does your heart want? What is your worth? Over time, little by little, replaced blame with clarity, learned to sit in discomfort instead of running. She's not perfect. She still slips. But now she can say, I messed up. How do I get back in alignment? Rather than spiraling out. That story is a window, a mirror. If it echoes in you, know this is not unique to you. You can walk the same path to recovery. Here's your actionable step. I call reflection at the crossroads. Each time you sense inner resistance, irritation, a sudden urge to run or cut off, stop. Ask yourself 3 quick questions, quietly in your mind. What is the fear beneath this? What immediate reaction am I tempted to take? Is it sabotage or preservation? What's the smallest step I can choose instead? Even just breathing, journaling, reaching out. Do that once, even twice a day. Over time, this builds discernment, strengthens your ability to reset and chips away at the sabotage patterns. Think of it as a life reboot. Not a one-time fix, but a daily habit, little by little. This journey is not linear. There will be backslides, nights of doubt, tears. But there is a pathway. This is your crossroads moment. You don't need to have it all figured out now. You only need to take the next right step. Through that step, you begin to align your values with your actions. You begin to take action even in the dark. You begin to build wisdom from your stumbles. And gradually, though it might feel slow, you begin to see impact in your life, your relationships, your purpose. If you stay the course years from now, this moment will be one you look back on as the hinge, when your life moved beyond limits, when clarity began to dawn. In closing, know that you are seen and there is hope. You may feel at the end of your rope. You may be asking, can I really turn this around? My answer is, yes, you can. I walked through seasons of doubt, times I felt powerless. But step by step, with discernment, mentorship, and stubborn hope, I came out the other side. I believe you can too. Here's a quote to carry with you, a guiding light for your journey ahead. When your shadows whisper you can't, let your courage answer. I'll start over at 0 and build again. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to begin. And beginning is an act of faith in yourself. Thank you for spending these moments with me today. You are not alone. If this talk resonated, please subscribe to the Yewtree Legacy channel, like this video, and share it with someone who might need it. And check the links below for tools, books, and support resources created by people who've walked in your shoes. Until next time, may clarity find you, may wisdom guide your steps, and may your life move beyond limits. We have resources, books, and tools, all created by people who've lived this struggle and found their way through. There's no judgment here, just understanding, support, and practical wisdom for the journey ahead. You're enough, you always have been. Now go live like you believe it.
Also, keep the momentum going. Check out the next discussion in our series on the timeline, as well as another one of our recommended videos. Thank you for spending time with Yewtree Legacy. For weekly inspiration and free resources, visit yewtreelegacy.com. You'll also find our latest blog and a free 7-day guide to help you start strong. See you again soon.